Can I scream now?
Yes, you can scream now.
Woohoo!
um, Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another Moon Colony live stream. First off, I'd like to say I'm sorry about the music. It just randomly out of nowhere died. So I have a little Spotify playlist going on in the background of some chilled lo-fi beats. So uh, let me know if you can hear that or if you want it louder or quieter. But um, Today uh, we are graced by the presence of Gabriel. How are you doing, man?
I'm good. How about you?
Oh, I'm doing good, thank you. We are going to be taking a look at some of the critique submissions from the Discord today. So, for those of you who didn't see or didn't catch yesterday's stream, I mentioned it, but we opened up submissions in our Discord for some art critiques today, and the lovely Gabriel has chosen 5 of them. And if we have time, we'll hopefully be able to get through all of them and give some good feedback. So I'll let you start us off. But this one is by someone in Discord called Weeman. So if you're here, then then say hi. Feel free to ask any questions as we go along, and I will pass them over to Gabriel as and when they come through. But anybody can ask questions, even if it's not your piece of work. I think it's just good for us all to learn from each other. So, yeah, other than that, feel free to take it away, Gabriel, whenever you're ready.
Nice. So, Mr. Wee is here. Hi there. I'd like to ask you wrote an ad saying that you would be. Oh, no, I'm not responsible for that.
Yes, I'll take a look at that. I'll answer you in the chat. But yeah, I'll answer them in the text chat, so you can carry on. It's fine.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, I can hire someone to block my base colors, just to select bases. But I'm not going to pay anything. Just wisdom and visibility.
Yeah, pay an exposure. It's fine.
Yeah. All right then. I saw that piece and I really enjoy it. I really enjoyed the style of it. It remembered me some artists that do those kind of darkish characters with gouache and stuff. I forgot his name. I think he's French or something. But anyway, I think it was really nice. And I saw that the artist is not really happy. The artist is not here. All right. He tried to achieve some more creepy vibe from this character, but with using soft shapes. What I'm seeing here, I think using soft shapes is not exactly a problem. I think he has a nice contrast here because he has those holes. Holes, is that a word? The stuff.
Like hose or like pipes or
those pipes leaving from his chest. I think it has a nice contrast because we have like a soft character with very squarey elements. So I think it's cool. That's not a problem. But I think we can improve on how much we can make it creepy. I was having some ideas here before the live because I didn't want to bring any gore stuff like blood or anything like that because it's not that there's a problem, but it's like a trope that it would be too easy to solve that with blood. So I think we can try to push some more interesting stuff on the character. I think first things first. I think most of characters that doesn't have a face, they look creepy at all. They are super creepy, like the guys from Lord of the Rings. They're the pyramid heads of that
Silent Hill
creepy game. Yeah, exactly. So I think that's cool. But at the same time, I think you need to have something to look at that resemble a face. So, or like when I'm looking for a face, there's nothing there, or the face is not there. And I think that the icon we have here, that cylinder, I think we can make it more dark or more
Hmm.
weird, because right now he looks like a sad face, like you know.
Yeah.
And I think we can push it a bit. So first thing, I think let's improve that. Maybe some stuff like this. Imagining that whatever is behind the mask, he's looking through something. So there's a place for an eye, even that he doesn't have an eye. So I think that's can be something cool to explore.
Marco said he's the diesel punk version of Mr. Frog. Amazing. Who's Mr. Frog?
Who's Mr. I don't know who Mr. Frog is.
But I love him. Yeah, I like this change. When I first saw the character, I saw the little triangular. I don't really know what it is. Little bit of glass, little viewport thing. And
Mm-hmm.
when I first saw it, I thought it looked really cute because I thought it was like a mouth. I thought it was a little mouth.
All right. Yeah, yeah, exactly. A sad mouth. I don't know. Now I'm just getting crazy here. Maybe he can have that stuff
Oh, like
to make it
a
work, you
crank.
know?
Yeah, a crank. Yeah.
Yeah. That not necessarily make it creepy, but I think it looks fun.
Mhm.
So if I stay quiet, just scream and start talking again.
Um, Anna says that's a pretty awesome design. Do you think maybe the pose is not helping it with looking
Oh,
creepy?
I don't know. I think the pose here. I think it's interesting when we have something that at the same time looks silly but dangerous.
Mm,
So that stiff pose looks like, oh, that guy doesn't move, like he's weirdo. Like if I toss him, he basically
yeah,
falls.
yeah, yeah,
Oh, I cannot. Yeah. So, but if we put the right elements, we can make it like, oh, this is weird. He looks silly, but I don't want to touch it. You know.
yeah, yeah. There's it reminds me of in Resident Evil 2 with what's his name? Is it like Mr. X or something in Resident Evil 2, where he's like following you throughout the whole first part of the game,
Oh. Mm.
and he walks and he's very stiff, like he stands up very straight and he walks like
Hmm.
really almost like a robot, you know. But it kind of adds to his creepiness. So I think maybe
Yeah,
that's something.
even Jason Voorhees, the guy is always
Yeah,
walking.
yeah.
He always get there. Right?
Evil people always have good posture, uh, but they always walk super weird. They always walk at right
Uh-huh.
angles.
Yeah, and I think another thing that make the creature looks creepy,
Hmm.
it's making it like dirty, or how can I say, it's falling apart and still walking like a zombie, you know?
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah, some stuff here.
Uh, Hello, Christine Paint. They said, hello, question. Do you already have the selection for today's reviews? Yeah, we do. We picked a few just before we started the stream. So we have 5 to go through today. This is the first one. Alex A said, I'm definitely not an evil person if we're judging by posture then. You're an artist, man. You've got it. You're expected to be bad posture. Some very interesting insights. I never thought about that. Yeah. I guess a stiff pose isn't always a bad thing.
Okay, so if you make it some holes in his armor or his vest, I think it would be nice for us to try to reveal what's below the vest.
Yeah.
And that's something I think it's interesting the artists bring here is those holes. Like, do you guys know, it's on Princess Mononoke that has that crazy creature with a bunch of browns, like a boar with
Oh, yeah.
slugs, yeah. So this is nice. And also, I think it's nice how those roses go on stiff angles. So we can try, like, imagine that something inside.
Yeah, something inside
Like
is crawling out.
It's a stiff worm or so.
Yeah, I like that.
It shows that actually those roses on his chest is not something that is on his vest, but something that it's from him, you know?
Yeah. Do you have any thoughts on like the weapon at all?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I have.
Because I wonder, I don't know. I wonder if that sort of, I wonder how that could add to the creepy nature of the drawing as well. Because a lot of these sort of characters, like I'm thinking, like, you know, you mentioned something like Pyramid Head, for example. Like his weapon is this like huge knife thing that's so heavy that he can't even really carry it properly. And if you're thinking like Bioshock, the Big Daddies.
Yeah.
Oh, the screen share is dipped.
I should play more Bioshock.
Yeah, Bioshock is great. The first.
Yeah.
The first couple.
But I heard that the last one is pretty nice. The one that's in the sky.
Infinite. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Infinite takes a very different approach. Infinite.
It's not that dark, right?
Yeah, it's not. It's a bit more. I feel like there's a lot more going on psychologically, but I don't think it's as scary as like Bioshock 1 and 2. Bioshock 1 and 2 had a really good atmosphere that I don't think Infinite really had, but the story of Infinite, I think, is maybe a little bit better.
Since I'm not a big fan of scary stuff, probably not. It's more my thing.
They're definitely more action games, though, to be fair. Especially Infinite. If you're going to play one and you're like concerned about horror, play Infinite, because that I can't really think of any points in that game that are scary.
Yeah, I started the first one 3 times.
Hmm.
And I was so bad that I was dying a lot. And every time I died, I came back to the thing I was trying to kill,
Yeah.
and his life was getting shorter, right?
Oh,
And
it's
then I
safe.
just keep dying and keep dying and keep dying. So I didn't care about my life, you know. I just whatever. So
That's classic. No, I didn't realize that it saved the enemy's health when you died. That's funny.
yeah.
Oh, okay, I see. So you're really getting a look at what's going on underneath the suit, or you're getting like a hint of what's happening underneath.
Yep.
Whoa. Yeah, that's nice. Just adding a couple more elements can make a big difference.
Yeah, and I'm trying to use what I have here already, you know, like without
Mm.
changing too much the idea of the character.
Yeah.
Another cool stuff that resembles some creepy stuff that it leaks.
Mm.
I think has some weird goo coming from the holes or stains.
He's more machine than man now.
Or
I can't remember what that's
maybe
from.
he's what's the name? A golem or something like that. He was
Yeah.
never actually a man.
Oh, it's from Star Wars. That was it. I was trying to remember what that quote was from. The whole "he's more machine than man now." It's from Star Wars.
It's, oh, it's regarding Darth Vader?
I think it's from Obi-Wan Kenobi, but yeah, it's about Darth Vader.
Okay. I love oxidation colors.
Yeah,
I think it looks very nice.
yeah. I love that like oxidized copper,
Mhm.
or is it or bronze, whatever one it is. Where it goes green. It's really nice. Um, Kathy says, "Do you think the color choices in a design change?" Well, hang on. I was reading this before I actually read it. Do you think the color choices in a design changes? Oh, okay. I see. Do you think the color choices in a design change its perceived vibe a lot, or would you say they're more like an underlying the rest of the design shapes, etc., not really defining it? So when you change the colors of something, do you think it changed the perceived vibe of the entire piece, or do you think it's more of just like an
Oh,
underlying thing?
I think so. I think so. Yes, depending on how you're going to work on the level of saturation you're using,
Mm.
it changes a lot. Like greens, purples, yellows. Not exactly yellow, but greens and purples is usually that's the guy's a villain,
Yeah.
you know. blue, orange, and whatever. Like, oh, Naruto, he's a good guy.
Yeah, yeah, it's very rare. I don't know. It's very rare you see a good guy with, as you say, with purple and greens and stuff like that. Unless maybe it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, royalty it uses purple quite a lot, but that's up to you whether you think royalty is a good or a bad, a good guys or bad guys.
So, some stains. I like putting stains or stuff. And I love playing with a hard brush.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just like the
I think
default hard round
yeah,
brush.
it's just a round hard brush. I think it's fun to do it.
Mm.
Uh, so for the weapon, I think I like your idea to make it bigger,
Mm.
and I think we can even make it more squarish, like following the same idea
Yeah,
of those hoses.
yeah, because I guess there's a theme in the whole character of it being very stiff
And
and very angular. Alina says night elves are purple and they're good guys mostly. Yeah, I mean um, there's exceptions to every rule. Mm.
do you watch the House of the Dragon? Uh,
I haven't actually. Um,
uh,
I've heard I've heard good things and I've heard bad things, so I'm not really sure what to think of it. But
yeah, I think that there's a lot of nice things,
mm,
like the dragon things,
yeah,
the fightings and stuff. But the, the season, it was very anticlimactic, you know.
what season are they on now? Are they on like season 3?
They are no, they just finished the second one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's I've heard a lot of people complain a bit about the writing, saying that
Hmm.
the writing hasn't been amazing. But
Oh, but they have good characters.
yeah,
Yeah, but yeah, the season finale was like they forgot to put something. It just finished, really?
it's like all of the actors had like other gigs that they needed to go do, so they were like, sure, we'll just end the season here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. uh, see, Kathy says, I see. I'm just wondering how far you can really vary colors in a design and if there's still room to play with them. That would be an interesting challenge. Yeah, like,
Like to create variations, you mean?
I guess so. So you would, you know, have a really wide variety of colors uh, in a design. Yeah, like going off the norm. So you would have like a villain that uses heroic colors, like the golds and blues and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think it can be manageable because you try to create what's the name? Contrast between stuff,
Mm,
right?
yeah,
If he's such a good guy, he dressed like a good guy, maybe we can put like an evilish mustache on him.
yeah,
We can paint him with heroic colors and uses pointy and evil shapes. You
yeah,
know?
yeah,
So I think we managed to make it creepier, right?
yeah,
So basically, what I did is thinking a bit what makes something look creepy, Like what terrifies me, like trypophobic stuff, like worms, dirtiness, and I think that was my chain of thought here. I hope it helps the artist.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's cool because you stuck with the similar design language throughout the whole thing. Those kind of hard angles.
Yeah, I love to. I really enjoy creating designs or character design. I think it's super fun to do it.
Yeah.
All right, then. So let's go to the second one.
Sure. Thank you so much, Wee Man. If you're watching this after the fact, then I hope this was really helpful for you.
Okay. Do we drop the paint over there? Or later?
We can come back to it later. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah,
Okay.
I'll send these to everybody that we do today. I'll send it to them in Discord as well, so that'll be fine. We'll save all the paint overs and stuff.
Right. Okay, what's the next one?
The next one is Maria Gomez. It is the where's it gone? Maria.
Oh, the tree guy. All right.
Yes, yeah, that's the one.
Is she here?
Yeah, if you're here, Maria, then say hi and feel free to ask any questions. But for now, we can get started.
Oh, is she here? All right.
Nice.
Let's talk first. I didn't read this book, but Brandon Sanderson already got me addicted once. So probably I'll give it a chance sometime. But despite that, taking a look on your design here, I think when you rendered, you lost some readability that you have on the sketches here.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think the sketches looks more clear to me than the rendered version. One thing we should keep in mind sometimes when designing a character, we don't necessarily need to go that far away with the render since we are basically throwing ideas and sending an idea. And if your weakest spot is the render, maybe you can push the drawing, like make the drawing more, how can I say, more descriptive. Then try to describe it with the painterly stuff. And that being said, also when we are doing concept artwork, and is it for a more realistic project, we can always exemplify the materials, like taking some photos from references and this part here is made from chunk or wooden chunk. This is wooden linen or whatever, and so it goes. So we can always input. I forgot the name. There's a technical name for this part of the process, and I completely forgot. But you can see very often, like instead of over rendering something, we can basically pick a picture of a photo and drop it here and point out this here is a trick, is a part of a trick.
Yeah.
Another thing here, when I saw the render, I got a bit uncomfortable. Callouts. I think that's it.
Yeah, so Cats just said it.
Yeah.
Nice job.
I thought I think a bit goes to the creepy part.
Mm-hmm.
When I saw the structure, you make it on his abdomen, in his, what's the name of it?
Yeah,
his pecs.
Oh yeah, his pecs, his chest.
Yeah, I think This here looks really creepy. That stuff here, all those shapes is here. I don't know who is if is that's the intention, but looks like his balls are open and there's something weird happening here. So I would pay attention on that. And I think um, taking a look, if he is supposed to be like made from trees, is a tree armor, right, Maria?
I'm now gonna take a look, but yeah, uh, if you're Maria, if you can say whether it's supposed to be trees or bugs.
Oh, it's more
It's
like
more
a
like a
crab.
crab. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Now makes more sense. Because I think you have more efficient designs on the options here. Like I really enjoyed this one, the second one.
Mm.
I think you have a right mix of what should be like an armor, a medieval armor made from crab parts. Here maybe it's too man-made stuff, like it's too sharp edges and very. It's not don't look more as natural as it can be. Um, and this one I think is too simplified some areas. Like there's too much very small stringies that I think doesn't add too much noise on areas that is not as um, important for us to see.
Mm.
Okay, so it grows from his skin. I think first thing first, when we are looking at medieval armors, let me.
So
We should.
is the armor growing from
Huh?
the skin something that you would normally take into consideration in this kind of character design?
Oh,
Because that's what.
yeah, yeah. But I think there are some rules that we can
Mhm.
follow, even if it's our organic armor. Because basically, when we create something like this, if it's organic, we should use as base for the armor the shapes of the anatomy.
Mhm.
So if we have a bulky or big uh, chunk of muscle, we should make this the big parts so that it make it look anatomical itself, and it like you can see that it can moves with the body. So it's like if you see like here we have a medieval armor.
Mhm.
I'll grab another example here that is good, and let's take Iron Man armor, like armor from the future. Uh, I think that's a good example. Okay, so pay attention how the design of those stuffs are divided. Let me drop it here also as well. I'm a bit chaotic, but I'll get there. I try to organize my brain here. So pay attention on how the armor is structured itself. Like if you see here, you have the chest muscle that is basically that shape. He cut it a bit, and we have big shapes
Mhm.
like a big plate of armor. And then when we have those areas that bends over or joints, it tends to have more striated. Does that make sense?
Mm,
Or smaller parts,
yeah.
like there are. those, like we have a big part here for the biceps. That's a big muscle. Not mine. Mine's not that big. But you have that on the joints. You have those areas that we have small parts that shows that he needs to make it that movement.
Mhm.
So a lot of small parts enter inside each other to
Yeah.
make it work. So that's the mindset when I'm thinking about creating an armor. Doesn't mind which armor is it. If it's a more complex like Iron Man, you should be more careful about it. So always thinking like, oh, this the rib cage here. So probably we can have a bigger structure here. Like here, he's always he's also mimicking the shapes of the serratic
Yeah.
muscle. But we can simplify it first and then complex it stuff. And then we have the striated stuff on the sides because that part will enter one inside the other for
Yeah,
us to
you're
make that
really-
movement.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing on the front. So it's always nice to see the anatomy, see those armors, and take a look how can we mimic that effect when creating something. When we are seeing an old armor, these parts are not that functional. Like probably those guys look super goofy inside those armors because you have a big chunk of metal here that will never the character just raised his arm to its level, that level. Other than that, doesn't work.
Yeah.
He had those big plates here to protect the joint, but at the same time, he cannot bend that much the arm, and so it goes. Like you have those parts that divide, that divide the legs and so on. Like the part of the chest is just one big chunk. So it must be super uncomfortable to wear those things. And it's so super nice when you try to create armors or whatever clothes of the character to keep the complexity areas for the joints. Like you have complex areas here, big areas here, complex areas here. So it's all. If you see the human body, the skeleton is like this. You always have a bunch of muscles and bones happening here, and then a big muscle happening here. So it's always nice to take a look on those things when you try to create something that looks functional. All right, but medieval armors has a lot of differentiations, but almost all of them are super uncomfortable and weird. So that being said, I think you have interesting ideas about that concept here, because despite this divided that area, maybe you can even divide it more, that part from the below area, but everything is working like the anatomy, you know? So that's interesting. Like that looks functional, looks that this guy can move itself inside those plates, those crab plates, whatever. When you choose this one, with the chosen one, I think you have some pieces like this, for example, that if the guy bends over, it will crave his legs, you know?
Yeah.
So always be careful when creating those shapes to make, otherwise it doesn't look functional. So pay attention to that and try to simplify those shapes first. Find what's the big shapes, and then if needed, you create smaller shapes inside. Like, for example, here you have a big shape, and it works pretty well, the division. Because it's all right. It's a lot of shapes, but you can see the big chunk of parts here. And here, I think it's difficult to understand how the guy moves. So I think you can, like, instead of having that bigger stuff here, maybe you can just create another one here, smaller,
Mm-hmm.
and try to create shapes that resemble more the human anatomy to make it work. Even if it's more organic and like dirty shapes, you can you start with big ones and then you break it. I think that's the the better choice or the better process. Don't break the process, otherwise the the, the design doesn't look functional. Another thing, like on the what's the name, the triceps and biceps.
Yeah.
Like biceps, we have a bigger muscle made from two parts, and triceps we have actually the triceps is bigger than the biceps, but it's made from three parts. Here we have smaller divisions on the biceps that make it difficult to read the muscle itself. Even it's not a muscle, it's an armor, but probably on this area you can have a rigid part because this doesn't bend.
Mm-hmm.
So you can equilibrate, you can balance it more when you put the smaller parts and when you put the bigger parts. So probably on here on the triceps we can have the biggest the what's the name, the division,
Mm-hmm.
and make the bigger one here. So you can always need to try to balance it out to see how makes more sense with the anatomy and for the readability of the armor of the character you're creating. So probably on the elbow, no.
No, elbow.
What's the name of it?
That's the shoulder.
No, I want the shoulder. The shoulder. The shoulder we can have a bigger plate because it's over everything. He moves and the stuff attaches below it. So probably we can improve his silhouette, like here, make him look more badass. And we can have complexity on the neck since it's super flexible. So we can have smaller parts on the neck, so on. And that's the kind of I think super fun to do that because you are always nice. It's always nice to try to find solutions for it.
Mm-hmm.
And when you think about the anatomy below, you can kind of how can I say? You break the code of those complex armors, and everything looks more functional and make there's a guy below it.
Yeah.
But it's always nice. It's always think about the big shapes first, and then you break it. I think that's the most efficient way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And the same thing on the head part. And another thing, always thinks about big, mediums, and small. I think that's the most important thing. Like here we have a bunch of repetition of stuff. Maybe you can push it one more a bit and make it more interesting,
If it helps, they have you've probably seen them, but at the top of the page they've got different helmet designs.
Oh, variation. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's nice. I like that. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. Is that the one you used on the final one? That's cool because you have that nice shape. I don't know if the guy's evil or if he's a good guy, but he looks like a warrior and whatever. I think that's nice because on this one he looks too much like Predator.
It's like Predator.
Yeah, it's his character. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. I hope it's clear. Another stuff to think about is something you have on the sketches that you lost on the render. That is the local value. Like he has dark skin, and probably the crab parts are more clear, more bright than the dark skin. So on the sketches that work pretty well. We can see this separated. Be careful when you're going to render something to not lose the local color, because on that case you're like sending for us a character design, and a character design must be readable. So if you put too much darker values, if you blend too much the values, we are not seeing the details you're supposed to see on a character sheet like that. Not character sheet, not shit, like that. So one thing I would pay more attention is like separate the spring, the crab skin from the human skin. So I would edit those values here. Otherwise, it's difficult to read. It's difficult to understand. That, like as I mentioned, I thought the guy was made from a tree, and it's not exactly that. And it's nice also, like for you to see how the pattern of crabs skin colors works to push it more in the character. I think that's nice too. I'll make a poor selection here.
Hello, Eric. Hello, Artsy Bible Nerd. Nice to see you. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Vac as well. Yeah, I hope you guys are finding this interesting. I've been like totally focused in. I've been really listening. It's so interesting to hear all of this stuff.
Like here is already more easy to read. So pay attention on your local values, because it's like when you have clear local values, it's halfway from the render stuff.
Yeah.
I have an example here from the evil competitor. Probably you guys heard the work of Marco Djurjevic from Six More Vodka.
Oh yeah, yeah.
The guy is a artist legend, or I want to see. And if you guys go on their website and have the Runeterra concept art.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much stuff here. Bananas, all right.
Cool, bananas. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Like if you see those concepts, they are basically good values, local values. That is super easy for you to shift to the render style, to the render phase. Like for example, on this one, those ones are more rendered, but they keep the local values very clear for us to understand what's going on here. So pay attention to that, because that makes our life way easier. And take a look on this.
Yeah.
On this website, it's super interesting. A bunch of cool designs. And I think that's it.
Yeah.
For this one right now. Cool.
Cool. Yeah. No, thank you so much. I hope that helped you out, and you took some good information from that. I mean, I was like I said, I was totally zoned in on that the whole time, so that was awesome. Um, but
I'm very lucky.
thank you, Maria, for the amazing submission. I really appreciate it, and I'm sure Gabriel does too. Although he has disappeared
Yeah.
for a second. I
Yeah.
don't
What's
know.
happening?
We'll give it a second, see
What's
if he come
happening?
back. You might have to leave and rejoin the
All right.
Streamlabs thing. We'll see if that fixes it. But yes, we'll see how that goes. I will.
What's happening here?
We will be right back.
Yeah, just a second.
There we go. We're back. Sorry about that. So the next one we have is is from Julien Julien Loret. It is, yes, that one. Really nice. So if you're here, Julian, then feel free to say hi, ask any questions. Same goes to everybody else. Feel free to ask any questions as we go along. No, Alex, I'm not buying you Wukong, but you can buy it for me if you want. So
Oh, you're excited for the game?
I I haven't seen much about it, but I like the character concept. I like the idea of playing as Sun Wukong. So
Yeah. I'm sad because it's what's the name? It's a Souls-like game. I would love to play it.
yeah, that was one of the reasons why I'm like, meh. I don't mind it, but
Yeah.
uh,
I'm really sad about it because it looks super beautiful. I
yeah,
would love to play it, but I'm too stupid to play those kind of games.
yeah, I feel that. But Julian is in the chat, so hello, welcome.
Oh, she's Julia. Okay, okay. Hey. So, I thought I think the character looks interesting. I think it looks very riotish
Hmm.
and mobile-ish. And I saw the inspiration here of the VFX from the. So what's the name of that expansion of League of Legends last year?
Oh,
Soul
uh,
Fighter. Soul Fighter. Acho que era Soul Fighter. I think it's Soul Fighter.
was
Soul
it?
Fighter. I did a illustration for that this year.
Oh yeah, Soul
For
Fighter. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. Okay, looks a lot Soul Fighter-ish
Hmm.
character. Um, let me think what I was thinking. Um, okay. I don't know what's exact. I know that you tried to do the CDC challenge, right? I have no idea what was Harakaju Fashionista, but now I search in the Google and I see that are those ladies with colorful clothes.
Mm.
All right. I don't know what's the purpose of this character, if it's just for fun, or if you try to mimic like a character for a game, or like if it's I would love it's a fake design for League of Legends or for a fighting game, or I don't know what's the purpose exactly, but depending on each game you want to apply for this character, like to use this character on, there are some specifications you can change. Like, for example, if it's what's the name of it? If a mobile-like game, with isometric point of view, you always need to try to push the higher contours and the most interesting parts for the upper part of the character, and reduce the contrast for the lower part of the character. And so probably the person playing will always taking a look on it from above. So you need to be easy recognizable from above. Okay, it's just imagine having fun while dry. That's all right too. It's a fighting. If it's a fighting game, you just need to make the character, I think, easy to read. Because sometimes they have always colorful backgrounds or something like this, and we need to make it more easy to understand character. I think it should be iconic. Or you crop this.
Yeah, so it was a character mainly for fun. I think you saw that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So one thing that it was bothering me when I saw the character is that the most saturated area is on her feet. So I think it brings her feet brings too much attention for us. That area. So I don't know how important it is for the character.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what's the story of the character, but I think that brings too much attention. And probably if she fights with a big cross, we don't need to see a super colorful sneaker, because that's not she's not a kicker. She fights with a big cross. So maybe those greens here. Oh, what's happening?
Yeah.
All right. Should be toned down a lot. Another brush.
If my daughter dressed like that someday, I'll send her to church. Alex.
Like I saw you put that trinket. I don't know what it is here. And again, I don't know what's the importance of that, but maybe this could be here on the big cross.
Yeah.
Oh. And maybe also this could be bigger.
Damn.
Because we are slowly trying to bring attention to the lower part of the character, to the big, higher part of the character. Yeah. Apparently she has some kind of, what's the name? I don't know, maybe a soul power or mystic, whatever. Like, I don't know, maybe she holds a soul of sand, and she's enslaved the sand inside the thing hanging from the cross, and that's where the power comes from. You need to be crazy when creating those things.
I'm looking at the full like the full sheet right now, the character sheet, and it's really interesting that she holds the cross on the long side. So where you've put the where you've put that lantern is actually where she's swinging, which is cool.
Yeah. Okay. So another thing here, like on characters, on every kind of image you're creating, you should choose your focal areas. Like a good character probably has a level of hierarchy. Like, let's imagine that let's create a list. First thing probably it's her face. Second, the cross. And third, the bear. Because let's think that she's a city girl, but she has a creepy background.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Maybe she's not. How can I say? She's still kind of attached to her lost childhood. I don't know, something like dramatic like that. So that's the icon of the bear. But the bear is the third read.
So Alex was just like, she looks 14. What the hell, Gabriel? Talking about her kids.
Ooh.
She looks 14.
Yeah, but maybe she started working on a coal mine on Kenya.
Sure. Yeah, why not?
Oh, yeah, why not? And she said she lost her childhood. She was never actually a child.
Yeah.
But she has that bear that her mom gave me before she died. The thing here on her right now is vengeance.
Yeah.
It's pain and fighting. I also maybe we can make the cross bigger because the cross is super important. Like for example, she has super skinny limbs, so maybe we can make the cross bulkier.
Oh, to like contrast them.
Oh, what a mess I'm doing.
Sometimes it has to get a bit messy. It's fine.
Okay. And I'm also here trying to make it clear which part of the cross is longer and which one is the shortest one. When we creating designs, illustrations, and whatever, it's super useful to not create like poor contrast that looks like an accident, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like you just dropped the line of the cross, whatever part on the wood area.
Yeah.
It's important for us to show that contrast. I should have making a copy of this to show the back and forth, but I will survive. Okay.
What was
Yeah.
what was that? Sorry.
Huh?
What did you say?
Oh, I should put a instead of drawing straight. Oh no, I still can do that. All right.
Yeah, you have a little bit of yeah.
Now to show the back and forth.
Mm.
Mm, I make this too.
I do love the character idea of swinging around a giant cross as your weapon. I think that's so cool.
Yeah,
I've never seen that before. That's awesome.
it has some Bayonetta vibes, right?
Yeah, it's kind of Bayonetta. Yeah.
So that sheet regarding the cross, I think the cross should look bigger, and something that make to create some what's the name, some contrast between hers the character itself.
Mm-hmm.
Another nice thing to think when creating characters is always try to bring the push some contrasts. Like for example, if we think again about anatomy, uh, we for example if we draw an arm, like we have the deltoid, biceps, triceps, whatever, and then we have the wrist and then the head.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We can always push those proportions. Like we can make a smaller deltoid with a bulky big biceps, whatever, and then a smaller wrist
Mm-hmm.
and a big head. And you can play this like whatever you can, and always nice to bring like um, we what's I forgot the word width or length is what
Oh,
is
width.
yeah, all
So you've
right.
got length
You
and
can you
width.
yeah you
Yeah.
can always need to play contrast with the length of the width of the stuff,
Mm-hmm.
like larger, thinner, larger, thinner, and so it goes.
Mm-hmm.
I think the character here looks too squarish, you know? If you look at it, there's nothing pulling away from that square. And that's where we need to play a bit. Like, probably if you see the reference, those. Oh my god, my English is dying today.
You're fine. The skirt.
Skirt, exactly. You can have a bigger skirt.
That'd be nice as well because it'll help add a bit of depth. It'll push that arm back a bit as well.
Yeah, we have overlaps.
Yeah.
That's always useful. And then also we create some sort of contrast between the upper part of the character. Like, because the character looks like a triangle.
Hmm.
And we put the weight on the base, like on uh, the stuff of the. I'm thinking on design. I forgot in the English.
You're
Um,
fine. You're right.
the weight of that thing here
Oh, the sleeve.
is sleeve exactly,
Yeah.
and she can have big, big feet, and we leave the lighter area for her head to shine. You know, like so.
Mhm.
Okay, so now we have the bear, the stuff, and now let's play with head. Right now, I think the head of the character, there's too much unnecessary noise.
Okay.
Like those.
Yeah. Did you read what Alex said?
So there's a lot of stuff happening on her head that I don't think it brings the attention to her eyes.
Hmm.
That probably is where we supposed to look at. So I would remove some of those trinkets to make the head more easy to read.
Hmm.
Probably I'll make those head hair stuff bigger.
By the way, Alex, if you don't remember any of this, that's fine because you can re-watch it on YouTube afterwards. So it's fine. It's not going anywhere. Oh, having those, yeah, changing the size of those, making them bigger, it's really nice.
Okay. Because I'm again playing with that thing I said here.
Hmm.
So we have a thinner area. Oh god, a thinner area, uh, wider, thinner, wider, and wide. So I'm playing with that. Probably those stuff here doesn't need too much attention as well.
Alex, stop telling people they need to pay me. Although I would appreciate it, but no. These critiques are free. You just need to submit your work onto our Discord a few days before the sessions happen. Don't listen to Alex.
Okay, let me play a bit more with the shapes of the stuff here.
No worries. It's not a bribe, it's a gift. Well, if you wanna gift me £100, I'll be happy with it. Yeah,
Me too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like we deserve it. So
Mm-hmm. Well, I think that already make it a better read of the character. I think it looks more easy to understand it. Uh, let me see. I'll kill those knickers. Sorry.
mhm.
Otherwise, I'll be designing the sneakers and I don't do that. Okay.
That was an interesting brush.
Yeah.
It's just like a bunch of triangles.
Yeah, no, actually, it's what's that brush? Is that one? No, is that one? He does this.
Whoa,
Yeah.
interesting. Are you the type of artist that just has a million brushes?
I have quite a few, right? But I think on the past year or so, I learned more how to use it
Yeah.
because a couple of years ago, I just used a couple of it.
Hmm.
Probably. Oh,
Nicholas D. Wolf from Trigun has a cross as a weapon. Oh, Nicholas D. Wolf. Trigun. Oh, awesome! Damn, that is a thick cross as well. I prefer this one. This one looks like you could swing it around a lot quicker. It'd be fun. The handsome guy, the black-haired one. He does have black hair. He does have black hair. I don't know. He has black hair and sunglasses.
oh, the guy with the head, the red coat
Uh,
from
no,
Trigon.
no. He doesn't have a red. He doesn't have a red coat. He's wearing like a suit, like a black jacket
Okay.
and a shirt. He just kind of looks like a generic anime man. Honestly, I'm gonna get crucified for saying that, but he does kind of just look like anime man number 4. My time is counted. Okay.
I think that's it for now.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, you can see.
And that's how it was, and how it is.
Yeah, you can see how, like, even just with the skirt, um, breaking up the layers and having a bit more depth, breaking the shapes up a bit more. Really nice.
Yeah, and I think when designing a character, um, since I have a illustrator background,
Hmm.
sometimes I tend to making the progress clean.
Hmm.
And when designing stuff, sometimes you need to get dirty. Like forget about positioning your layers perfectly. Sometimes you need to go on your design and start making scribbles and
Hmm.
how can we put some shapes, how can over it.
Yeah.
to make it more simple. Other than that, you'll be always losing a bunch of time just redrawing perfectly and adjusting and whatever. I think design has those moments that is nice to play a bit more with chaos.
Yeah.
It would be very.
Julian said it's way better this way. Well,
Thank you. I hope it helped.
yeah. And as I said, if you need to come back and rewatch this, there's a lot of information. So if you need to come back and rewatch it, you can find it on our YouTube channel straight away after the stream is done. It will be uploaded on there. So don't worry. And then afterwards, I'll also try and get the paint overs from Gabriel to send to you.
Yep. All right.
The next one, I think,
Let's
is
do
the cat one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So this one is from Meat. If you're here, Meat, then say hello. We actually were talking to you yesterday, so I hope you're here. But yeah, say hi. I love the. We were saying because Meat also submitted for Leonie's Draw This in Your Style stream yesterday, and she didn't get picked. But we were saying that it's like the cat that has to be submitted to everything.
Yeah, I really enjoy that style. I really love the left part.
Yeah.
Because it resembled me a lot. A project I worked on. I think it was before I worked with Moon Colony for the first time. I love those tape languages here.
Yeah.
I think it's super cool. Actually, on this cat dude, the guy here, the meat guy.
Yeah.
Okay. I have a very similar illustration with a very similar composition and color composition. An old one. Let me see if I can find it here.
Mm-hmm.
I even removed it from my art station because that was old stuff. Did I remove?
No.
Let me see. Oh, but I have the backup.
Mm-hmm.
Manage portfolio.
Alina, I love this one. I saw it on the submissions and it was cool. I like the icons and the paw above it. Yeah. Meat's style is just really, really nice.
Yeah. I found a piece. Is that one? I did when I was starting.
Mm-hmm. Oh, nice. Yeah.
I was trying to find a fake Hearthstone card. And I think I have the same issues you have in the beginning. And about your style, it resembles me a lot. A former art director of mine, and I learned too much about character design with him. Is Wu Liu. I don't know if you guys know where are his portfolio. No, he doesn't remove this stuff. I found it. That's Wu Liu. He's super good with those shape designs.
Yeah.
Shape designs and crazy colors. The guy is sick. I learned too much from him working on Brave Conquest that came here. And I think the design he tried to create resemble me a bit. And it's so nice.
Oh, I loved that one. That was awesome.
All right, take a look on his work because it's super good.
Mm.
So let's see. I think first we need to create that sense of hierarchy between the lights.
Mhm.
And we should probably maybe I'll be using my own piece as a reference here. Not telling that mine is better. It's just I already solved that kind of the kind of lighting, and it worked for me. So, for example, first I think to make it easier to read, and thinking that that cat it's in front of a window and he's receiving the light of the moon or whatever.
Alina says that that guy you just showed has the same or similar style to Max. Is it? I never know how to pronounce it. Max Grek, Max Greke, Max Greki, Max Greek, Max
Yeah,
something.
it's. I think Woolyu does more weird shapes than Max,
Mm,
but both artists are great.
yeah. I realize
Let-
I've always seen Max's name written down, but I've never said it out loud, so I realize I have no idea how to pronounce his last name.
Yeah, I don't know as well. At first, separate the character from the background to make it easier to read.
Mhm.
Okay. Another thing uh, we can think about it's what's the strongest light, or what's the main light source that describes the forms of the character.
Mhm.
So probably the the strongest light source is the moon behind it,
Yeah.
but it's not our main light source because the main light source is the light that comes from below. Um, one mistake you did here, that's the same mistake I did on the wolf guy when I was doing, is that the light source is sometimes weaker than the object that the light is hitting it. So if you go with the eye drop here, all ears. We have the beard here of the cat.
Mhm.
It's too similar, like it's almost the same value.
Yeah.
So if you decide to make that purple light to be uh, the the stuff glowing on the cat's face, we should make the purple magic brighter, like.
Mhm.
So let me think, how can I start with this? What layers I will be using?
I just realized, is that the cat's tongue sticking out of its mouth? I think it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you are here, meat. Cool, cool. Feel free to ask any questions, by the way. And hello, Psych20. Nice to see you. So he's a DJ and a painter. Man can do it all. Are you a DJ, Gabriel?
I, I don't know. why? Why am a DJ?
I don't know. That's something Alex. That's something Alex just said. Oh,
It's
they're talking.
Alex
Oh,
Pachenko.
no, they're talking about Meat because Meat's Twitch name is DJ Meat. I get it. Yeah, never mind.
All right.
I thought they were talking about you for a second. I was like, what? Have you got secret hobbies that we don't know about? Adding a bit of a glow.
Okay, so that's our. We should pay attention that will be the main light source for the character.
Mm-hmm.
Let me check the values again. Because maybe we can darken it a bit the silhouette of the cat. I should have made a mask so not having to select the stuff again and again and again. But I'm an artist, I'm not smart.
You're an artist, not a smartist.
Yeah, exactly.
You can make the mask. You can make the mask now. It's fine.
Yeah.
In the evenings, I turn on music to make the meat taste better. What song makes the meat taste the best?
What song?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm asking. I'll see what Meat says since they're the DJ here. Aha, take on me. Ah, classic. Classic. If I was gonna get eaten, I think I could still vibe out. I can still vibe to take on me for sure.
That's a good song.
It really is. It's one of those songs that every time it's on, you kind of have to sing along, even though there's no way you're going to hit the high note.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so I basically make the silhouette of the character stronger.
Mhm. Oh, so you're just darkening down those like edge highlights.
Yeah.
Nice. They said it already looks better.
You're wrong.
If you spent less time pretending to be a DJ, maybe you'd have done it like that. Alex, be nice.
some English stuff here.
Mm-hmm.
Let me think. Now we need to have more cast shadows, I think. Let's forget about that. The light of the star on his head for now, because I think it doesn't add. I think we can make it a tertiary light.
Yeah. Did you save a before image so we have a back and forth?
That's a good point.
It just came into my head.
Yeah. So I don't mind.
Yeah. So you're just putting in some cast shadows currently. Yeah.
And we can simplify a bit the values.
Mm. Sorry if you can hear a train going past. That was really loud. It's like a freight train just went past.
Let's put some. Sometimes I speak in Portuguese. Sorry.
You're all right.
Yeah. It's like my painting sound effect.
Mm-hmm. Alex Alex said I'd change that tongue color if I were me. Sadly, I'm not.
Yeah. Let me think. Makes sense. Ah, what I did here? No. Okay.
you making a mess again.
Mm-hmm.
Shame on you. Shame on you.
Tongue should be.
While you do that, Christian Trust is a Moon Colony London based. We are not. We are Cambridge based, but we have artists all over the place, all over the globe. So based in Cambridge, artist everywhere. So am I the only one that reads senior artist in Spanish? Senor. Senor artist. Yeah, it's Gabriel's name, didn't you know?
Yeah, senor.
Senor artist.
But why it's Spanish?
Because senior and senor are spelt very similar,
All right.
if not
Hmm.
the same.
Yeah, I thought he was assuming that we in Brazil speak Spanish.
Oh
That's a legend, you know.
no,
Mm.
no. Although saying that, after working here a year, I still get confused, like because a lot of South America speaks Spanish, but Brazil speaks Portuguese, so it's
Yeah,
like
we are just the weirds in the continent, the weirdos in the continent.
yeah.
I'm not proud of that. I think that's a lack of character of the Brazilian culture.
I don't know.
We
I
should.
think it adds character.
Oh, but we cannot talk with anyone close, you know? If we travel to Argentina, to Colombia, to whatever, we need to try English or mimic Spanish.
Yeah. What was before Portuguese? That's a
Oh, before the colonization?
yeah.
I think there's a bunch of different languages from the people who live in the forest and stuff.
Yeah. Dead languages by now. I'm
Yeah,
assuming.
not necessarily dead, but not as usual, you know.
Hmm.
There are still people talking those languages, but
Yeah.
no one knows.
Yeah.
No one knows what someone.
They're just talking to
Yeah.
themselves. No one actually knows.
Yeah, exactly. You need to go inside the forest and speak directly with there.
Yeah.
So I think that's it.
Yeah.
Just let me do something here.
Do you have
It's like a dirty PO,
mhm.
but I think it works. Where is my mouse? Okay.
Meet before we move on. Although saying that, we'll only have about 10 minutes on the next one, I think. So it's up to you if you want to try and get a fifth one done, or but
Oh, you're already here, right?
yeah, yeah. But yeah, Meet, if you have any other questions before we move on, then fire away.
Let's see the back and forth here. Yeah, so basically I tried to simplify the values on some areas and create a brighter light on the cat.
Yeah.
Remove the evil wolf. Okay,
Cool.
so let's go to that
Yeah. So this.
crazy scene.
Um, unfortunately, I have problems with the internet. I won't be able to watch the rest. Thanks for the feedback. I'll definitely fix the work. You're welcome. Thank you for submitting it. Meet. It's appreciated. So this last one is from Psych20. I think I saw you in the chat earlier, but if you're still here, then say hi. Let us know. Let me find. Where was it? I'm getting it up on the Discord just so I can have a read of what they've written. Oh, they didn't write anything to go with it. That's fine. If you are here, then let us know of any key areas you want to have looked at. But if not, well, I'll let Gabriel just take it away.
Yeah, I mean, I think the piece looks very interesting. I have no idea how you do it, if it's just brush stroke, if you have a 3D base. But it's very interesting. I think it's looks cool. Looks like a keyframe for a movie or some realistic stuff. It's a good start. And I like it. Look painterly. I don't know how to do painterly stuff. my thing is soft brushes or hard brushes. Painterly is weird for me.
Yeah.
Blender, Photoshop. So you are a computer wizard, man. You're almost a hacker using two softwares to paint. But I wish I knew Blender. Sometimes I'll learn that thing.
One day.
Yeah. What I was thinking when I saw that picture, maybe you can separate it more the planes of the scene. Um, and maybe you can add more depth on it. Uh, when you separate the what's the name? The planes on the scene, you will create more depth. So, oh my
Yeah, I was gonna
my
say your
stuff is
camera.
falling.
Yeah, I was gonna say your camera is
Yeah,
falling over.
she's tired.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me think. Where are you going to start here? Let's destroy your nice at work here.
First things first, we're gonna ruin everything that you've worked so hard on.
Yeah.
Alex said there are absolutely 0 planes in this scene. There are. You just can't see them. They're too high up. They're in the clouds. So
That horse is like ghost horse as well.
say a ghost horse.
Huh? Yeah.
How so?
I don't know. I don't know if he's like a zombie horse or because the guy with the bow is not looking very well, you know?
He is very pale. He is very pale.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's supposed to be a dark elf. A dark elf prince. But yeah, he's very pale, man.
It's interesting that the dark elf is white.
He has pale, yeah, he's really pale skin, yeah.
It's because he is evil.
Probably. Maybe he just doesn't get out much.
All right.
Yeah, he just stays in his room all day.
That's a nice.
No, not again.
Just a second.
We were doing so well. It's because they turned away from the light. Ah, okay. There we go. There we go. Yeah, we got your camera back, and there we go.
So now we have the board separated, and then I think I will select that dude here.
Mm-hmm.
And what's that glowy orange stuff? It's like embers.
Yeah.
It's like orange blood. It's just just a nice accent to the gray color palette.
If I was to guess, I would say embers, but Psych, if you could let us know, that would be helpful. Oh, he's okay. Alex says this elf he's a dark elf because you haven't seen the light elves. Those things are basically light sources. It's just a light bulb. So what's the plan in splitting up the planes then?
Yeah, I'm trying first to separate what's more close to the camera. Let's do that. And what's more far away.
Mm-hmm. So why are all the other dudes ignoring the main character? That's a good point actually.
Yeah, they are super chill. Why that guy's assassinating someone.
Yeah. Yeah, they're all kind of just walking past him. That's a good point. That's why we need you here, Alex, so you can question these things.
Add some smoke. Smoke is super useful when we want to push stuff
Mm-hmm.
for the background.
It's good in a war scene too, because you don't really have to think too much about why it's there. It's just it's like all of those people
Yeah.
walking, kick up dust and stuff. It's fine. Um, Psych says that the orange in the corner was like an explosion of a head. It was red,
Oh,
but not looking that good, so I tried orange. That's all. Oh, okay. So it was supposed to be like blood splatter, I guess.
all right. But I like the I think that grayish, bluish grayish
Mm,
palette with the orange accents are
yeah,
very nice.
yeah,
I like it.
yeah. I think it works as an ember.
Yeah. Dark, yeah. What I did?
You can't just change the color of blood. It's like universally acknowledged as red. Tell that to the Japanese in like the early, early or 90s and 2000s. You play a PS1 game and it'd be like, do you want red blood or do you want green blood? In fact, I think they still do that in some.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, I think in some Japanese games they're like, uh, and yeah, in some Japanese games they're like, yeah, you can either have red blood or green or blue or whatever. You can just change the color.
Yeah, I remember something like this, but I think I never changed anything. I remember on Mortal Kombat
Mm.
you were able to change the color of the blood, right? Or removing the blood at all.
I think you could probably remove it in Mortal Kombat. I know Resident Evil is one where I think in the Japanese version it had green blood in it. Uh, did Silent Hill give you the option to change blood color? Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, in Silent Hill you can have red, green, violet, and black, which is interesting. Yeah, surprising how much of a difference a bit of smoke can make.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
Okay. So, another thing, as I mentioned, I'm not the painter, the edge guy,
Mm.
and I love to use the hard brush. Let me see if I can. Uh, that's it. Let's try. We can pull stuff inside on the foreground.
Yeah.
Like imagine, like if you're doing cinematic keyframe or so, you should like think like a movie director and imagine yourself like holding a camera inside your image.
Yeah.
So that's that's good for you to how to make it grounded, you know.
Hmm. Yeah, adding another layer in there, another plane.
And on those characters that are super close to the camera, you can add like a second value on it
Hmm.
to don't make it look too flat.
Yeah.
But since I didn't draw, uh, it will look super ugly. So I think it's good on this. Okay, and let's do the magic in the filter blur. Gothenburg?
Magic.
Yeah,
The power of digital art.
exactly. And when doing that, it's kind of ugly, I know, but when doing the silhouette in front, let me see if that's working. I don't know if it's working. I will remove that flag. It's good that you put something simple on your piece that make it more make make it more deep.
Hmm.
You add more space on it, and you block stuff you don't need to render
Yeah.
because you basically blocking some stuff in the right front of the scene, and it already adds a lot more story on your image, and you basically don't need to render it,
Hmm.
and you focus your effort on where is more important, you know.
Yeah.
And I think that's pretty much it. A quicker on this one. Let's see how it was before. So we basically separated more the ground planes and add more depth to the whole scene. That's it.
Amazing.
I hope it helped.
Yeah, thank you so much. But yeah, that's gonna be it from us today and for the rest of this week, as I'm off tomorrow and Friday. So thank you everybody so much for watching and for all your critique submissions as well. If you didn't get picked this time, then don't worry, we'll do another one in a few weeks, and you can resubmit and try your luck again. So good luck. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, Gabriel, for taking time out of your day as well.
Glad to help.
Just over 2 hours. Thank you so much. But yeah, we will see you all next week. Here next Monday, Tuesday, and I think Wednesday as well. So another 3 streams next week. But I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next week. Bye bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.